Hi, my name is Brandon Marsh for our assignment number 4. First question we have here is your building slash district a model institution or is it just beginning? So after talking to my admin, we both kind of came to the conclusion that our building and district are sort of in the middle there. There are definitely areas where we feel like we're in the modeling stages of the 4Rs, and then we're also in sort of the implementing slash transitioning stage for some of the others. So for relationships and relevance, we felt that we were in that modeling stage. We have been, over the last 4 years, undergone the Capture Kids' Hearts program, which is a relationship building type program where the idea is if you have a child's heart, you have a child's mind, and kind of building those relationships not only peer to peer but to teacher to student. So we definitely feel that we're in that modeling stage. We've been a showcase school for this program for the last 3 years and ongoing for year number 4 here. So we definitely feel we're in that modeling stage, and in relevance, we also feel like we're in that modeling stage as well. We're very much following state standards on curriculum and collaborating with the schools within our district to make sure we're all following the same sort of criteria and utilizing technology any way we can. But the two other R's that we're sort of in that implementing and transitioning stage is our responsiveness to culture and our rigor, which I'll kind of build upon in a sec here on question 3. So moving on to question 2, what is my principal's leadership style and approach, and how do I know? So I really feel my principal's leadership style follows the path goal leadership theory as well as the autocratic style. So my principal is very meticulous when hiring new teachers. She tries to find teachers that will fit in the certain culture she's trying to implement because of our CKH program that we've been following. So she has certain expectations for each individual and approaches people very differently due to either circumstances, teaching style, or teaching experience. So she's very good at communicating her expectations and goals. Is always constantly checking out, seeing how are you doing or how are you meeting your goals, and trying to see growth throughout the year. So that's how I feel she's at that path goals leadership style. And then for her, the autocratic side, she can be very, and the side where she's very demanding. She's very opinionated, and has a lot of expectations that she expects to be followed, and will let you know if she feels like they're not. So that autocratic style of her doing a lot of the checking in and the work, she's definitely on. So at times that can be a little intimidating, but she definitely sort of follows that autocratic style. But I feel more of the path goal she follows as well. And so question 3 was, what areas for school improvement did the two of us identify, and how would we approach those, and how would I connect those to the PSEL standards? So as I mentioned earlier, we kind of identified rigor and responsiveness to culture was the 2 R's we were sort of at implementing stage. That we can improve upon. And so the 3 standards that I felt kind of connected with those improvements was standard 3, 6, and 8. So standard 3 talks about equity and cultural responsiveness. So our district has been growing fast over the last couple of years, and so the diversity of our students has as well. So we believe that this is an area we could focus on in the future, as our focus as of now has been geared towards producing, a positive learning environment. So we've been sort of tending to blame lack of resources or time to help respond and learn about our students with these diverse backgrounds. So we felt some of these students kind of get passed along, and their needs and concerns are not always addressed. So I think moving forward, spending time to implement sort of some of these programs that help students with diverse backgrounds kind of settle in, to get resources for teachers who are struggling to teach these students who may or may not English be a first language for them. to kind of help both sides of that. So I think that's a goal we're definitely working towards right now, as we've been a part of our Capture Kids Parts program for a number of years now. And so Standard 6, how that connects is professional capacity of school personnel, so professional growth. So our professional growth has been really centered on the Capture Kids Hearts program and learning the system. And so since we've been a part of that for so long now, that my admin has felt that we're now trying to transition back to more learning opportunities for professional growth for our teachers outside of the Capture Kids Hearts program, so we can focus on how do we better utilize technology, how do we utilize more and more modern teaching methods, and how we can fit that in our classroom. So we're sort of in that transitioning period as we finish up our 4th year as a part of the Capture Kids Hearts program. And so transitioning into that to Standard 8. Standard 8 talks about meaningful engagement of families in the community. So as a part of our Capture Kids Hearts program, we feel that inclusion of all students and inclusion of families helps to improve the learning environment. We struggle with this area because 90% of our students are bused in out of town, so only 10% actually live within the Goddard city limits. So we try to include people in our decision-making process as much as possible, or in other community-based programs. We have town hall meetings to let parents know aware of certain policy changes or certain things that are happening. So we try to include them as much as possible and try to build that relationship, not only for them at school but at home. So because we believe that if the buy-in is there at home, the buy-in will be here at school. So we hope to improve upon that in the future, just to kind of help improve that learning environment that we've been working so hard to do at school. So that's all I got for you guys. Hope you guys have a good weekend.